Peter Garrett Biography, Early Life, Career, Major Works, Awards, Personal Life Legacy. A man who was passionate about singing and suddenly turned towards the betterment of the society. Peter Garrett's life has thus been an interesting journey. Perhaps being well acquainted with arts and law since his student days is one of the great reasons behind his equal interest in both music as well as politics. His association with the band Midnight Oil helped the ordinary Peter rise to the ranks of being one of the most popular and influential people of his nation. A few years later, the vocalist started realizing the seriousness of the environmental hazards plaguing our world and decided to do his bit to save nature. He then became a part of non-governmental organizations like Greenpeace and a couple of others to achieve this objective. However, Garrett soon turned towards mainstream politics and was criticized by many for the policies he introduced as a minister. The Midnight Oil singer has been honored by several institutions and even the government of France for his great contribution towards making our environment better. Currently, Garrett's focus is to improve the quality of education in his country and also improve the literacy rate of the country to the best extent possible. Peter Garrett Childhood, Early Life. Peter Garrett was born in the Wahroonga region of New South Wales, Australia on the 16th of April, 1953. He pursued his primary education at the Gordon West Public School, Pymble, an area located in the upper North Shore of Sydney. Peter later moved to institutions like Barker College, as well as the Australian National University to study further. He finally went to the prestigious University of New South Wales, where he enrolled for a degree in law. Garrett joined the Australia-based rock band Midnight Oil, which was previously known as Farm, during the year 1973, as its lead vocalist. The young lawyer grabbed the opportunity after responding to an advertisement placed by the band's drummer Rob Hurst. Peter, along with the other members of the band, went on a musical tour in 1975. But he returned to studies the very next year to complete his degree in law. Peter Garrett career. After being associated with Midnight Oil for quite a few years, the vocalist grabbed the attention of Australia's political circles. His growing popularity helped him get an invitation from the political outfit Nuclear Disarmament Party to contest for one of the many seats during the federal elections of 1984. Although he refused initially, this singer did compete, but ended up losing the contest by a small margin. One of the reasons behind this loss was the refusal of the Labor Party to join hands with the Nuclear Disarmament Party to form a majority. However, Garrett entered the field of administration in 1989, when he was appointed the president of the environmental organisation, Australian Conservation Foundation. This initiative was aimed at working towards a better environment and addressing the issues concerning the same. After a 4-year-long tenure with the organisation, Peter started working with the non-governmental initiative Greenpeace, which also worked towards the betterment of the environment. The singer was then associated with other initiatives like the Jubilee Debt Relief, as well as Surfrider Foundation. Peter took a break from his non-musical commitments in 2000 and performed along with his Midnight Oil band mates during the closing ceremony of the Olympic Games, held in Sydney that year. The band's musical performance at this prestigious ceremony was also coupled with a strong political motive. The band members used the platform to voice their protest against the then Prime Minister John Howard's dislike towards Aboriginal Australians by being clad in black clothes. Garrett then joined the Labor Party and even represented the political outfit during the 2004 federal elections. His association with the party was formally announced to the public by the party chief Mark Latham. The Midnight Oil singer won the contest by a thumping margin. 2 years later, he helped the Labor Party's chances of winning the Victorian state elections by campaigning for the party. However, Peter invited the wrath of the other parties such as the Greens, since he assassinated the party's image by distributing a hate letter amongst the state's voters. In the 2007 federal elections, The Labour Party emerged victorious and Kevin Rudd was sworn in as the country's new Prime Minister at that time. Garrett was appointed as the Minister of Environment, Heritage and the Arts after the Kevin Rudd government came into power. One of Garrett's best works during his tenure as a minister was helping the expansion of Beverly uranium mine in 2008. However, this move was criticized by environmentalists who feared an increase in pollution. The singer contested the federal elections yet again in 2010 and turned out to be successful even this time. Peter was appointed as the Minister for School Education, Early Childhood and Youth in the new government formed by the political leader Julia Gillard. Peter Garrett Major Works. One of the most unusual reforms which Garrett introduced during his tenure was that of improvement school enrollment and attendance through welfare reform measure. According to this reform, parents who did not let their children complete their education were prohibited from being eligible to enjoy the benefits of the government's Centrelink scheme. Although this move was criticized by many, the policy helped in the increase in attendance at schools. Peter Garrett Awards Achievements. The Midnight Oil singer was felicitated with the Australian Humanitarian Foundation Award in the year 2000. The following year he received an honorary doctorate from his alma mater, the University of New South Wales. The government of France granted Garrett the honour of being the Officer of the Order of Arts and Letters. In the year 2009, the singer was felicitated with a Leaders for a Living Planet Award in 2010 by the organisation named Worldwide Fund for Nature. Peter Garrett Personal Life Legacy. The politician and singer got married to Doris Riccono in 1986. The couple is blessed with 3 daughters, namely Grace, Emily and May. The band Midnight Oil performed 2 gigs to earn money to help the survivors of the tsunami disaster which occurred on the 26th of December, 2004. In a bid to raise funds for the Victorian bushfire appeal, Peter performed along with the other members of the band Midnight Oil in 2009. Peter Garrett Trivia. Peter was assigned a role of lesser prominence by former Prime Minister Kevin Rudd as a punishment owing to allegations of him indulging in fraudulent activities. Leave your comments in the comment video below. Don't forget to share with your family and friends.